Hello and welcome to another episode of Web Dev 10 Minute Tips, where we address a web development tip or technique in 10 minutes or less. Web Dev 10 Minute Tips is sponsored by Shaper Enterprises Web Division, where building fast, responsive, and accessible websites is a standard, not the exception. In this segment, I'm going to demonstrate how to create a horizontal navigation menu where the links are evenly spaced. As you can see from the example, as I hover over the links, they are all the same width. In the description below, I have provided a link to the files used in this demonstration. The HTML code is very simple. It consists of a nav element that contains an unordered list with anchor elements. To better demonstrate the CSS, I will use the Chrome Inspect tool. The Inspect tool is nice because you can see the web page update as the CSS code is changed. I've already created the basic structure I will be using for this demonstration. The first thing I would do is set the nav element height to 40 pixels and the background color to a dark gray. This creates a navigation bar across the upper part of the page under the header. I added the list style property with a value of none to the UL selector. This will get rid of the default bullet points. For the LI selector, I added the float property with the value of left. What this does is make the navigation links display horizontally instead of vertically. I set the anchor element's display property to block so I can add a width to the anchor element. Anchor elements are inline by default, which does not allow me to set a width to them unless I first set their display property to block. The width of the web page is 1024 pixels. To display my navigation links evenly, I will divide that by the number of anchor links, which is 4. When divided out, each line will be 256 pixels. I will set the width property of the anchor element to 256 pixels. Now that the widths are set, I will also add the following properties to the anchor element: text align center, color black, text decoration none, this removes the underline, font weight bold, and line height 40 pixels. I set the line height to 40 pixels to center the text vertically within the nav selector, which has a height of 40 pixels. To finish off, I added a different background color to the hover pseudo class of the anchor element. You can see that we now have a horizontal navigation bar in which the links are evenly spaced across the web page width. The key here is to set the LI element to float left, so it will display the list horizontally, and set the anchor element to display block so we can give the anchor element a specific width.